Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Northeastern Conference football. Good Gloucester Rams trying to get off the slide. They lost a tough one last week, trying to go to 3-1. Taking on always tough the Gloucester Fishermen. They're undefeated. They're 3-0. And whether it's at Gloucester or here, the game is always about burning.
And the visiting Gloucester High Fishermen, coached by Tony Zarelli.
Cheerleaders with the on the line with the football players and coaches coming out of the locker room to get set for tonight's game here at Manning Field. The outstanding wind marching band. We'll have the anthem and we'll get set for football here at Manning Field.
I've just been notified that we have an anthem singer for tonight.
What's so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last, whose bright streets and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we're so gallantly seen, and the rockets red loud, the bombs bursting in air, get through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Outstanding rendition of the national anthem. Kind of gets everybody in the mood. We mentioned Glasgow is 2-1. They lost a very tough overtime game to Revere. Revere scored with 42 seconds left to send it into overtime. They kicked a field goal. The young sophomore, after kicking the field goal to tie it, kicked the field goal in overtime. Glasgow had a shot. They had a second and goal from the 3-yard line. And they sent Malcolm Best up the middle. He got hit and got hurt. And I don't know if he's going to play tonight. I'm waiting to see if he comes out on the field because he took a shot and they took him out. He didn't finish. And Glasgow missed a field goal in the overtime that would send it into a second overtime. And Revere got the upset win. So Glasgow, that makes Glasgow 2-1. Gloucester has, as we mentioned, 3 in a row. And these two teams have a history, along with Gloucester and English, in the history. The Lynn schools against Gloucester, it's always a barn burner. Gloucester's going to get the football first. Glasgow in their green with white. Gloucester in their white with red. Tony Zarelli, who was a long-time assistant at Gloucester, took over the reins a few years ago. Brian Vaughan in his second year. It's funny how he came to coach at Lynn Classical after being a very good athlete at Lynn Classical, not to mention in college. did a nice job going 8-3 last year. And with everything he has coming back, I thought Glasgow would be a threat to do even better this year. Few loyal fans on the Gloucester side have come tonight, made the trip up 128. So Glasgow will get the ball first, and we'll be underway here at Manning Field. Dalen Locke will kick it off. Here's Nashon Butler. Back deep, one of them. And we're just about set. And now we're underway. At the 11-yard line. That's Bono getting across the 25, just shy of the 30-yard line. Chase Bono, I have to say, because Chance Bono plays for Lynn Tech.
It was fielded by number 2, Chase Bono at his 11-yard line. Ball taken up to the 28.
So at the 28-yard line is where Glasgow will put it in play.
Number 55, Sam Donahue on the stop. First and 10 Rams.
And Malcolm Best is not in there. They send double wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. They give it to Bono straight ahead, and he's just running to the goalpost. He needs one block. He gets around. He's gone. There's a big block by Butler at the end of the play. Bono, 72 yards for the touchdown. That's an auspicious start. 22 seconds into the game.
Chase Bono with a 72-yard touchdown carry.
It's going to be awful hard to keep up that average. There's the replay. And there's Bono with the big hit. Helping out. Glasgow will go for 2. And they run it straight ahead again, and that's Ramirez. Raymond Ramirez runs it in. I'm sure Coach Vaughn was hoping for a quick start. Here's the replay again. All he did was run straight ahead and then break it slightly to the outside, down the sideline. I don't think he needed that block, but he got it anyway. Good hustle from Nashon Butler. So I don't think in his wildest dreams, he's very happy, of course, but looked and said, I'd like to get started very quickly if we could. But I don't think he thought it was going to be one play. So we just, seconds ago, we had Gloucester kicking off to Glasgow. And now it's going to be David Bernard kicking off to Gloucester 22 seconds later. They always line up like they might try an onside kick. Give the other team something to think about. And then they branch out.
23 below and number 32 Smith back into the fisherman.
And about the 28, and good coverage by Glasgow. He caught it at the 28. And that was Harrison Marshall. And he was down very quickly at the 30-yard line.
Big one fielded by number 21 Harrison Marshall.
So a 2-yard return.
He brought down at the Gloucester 30 where it will be first.
Let's see if Gloucester can score in one play. Good look at the cheerleaders on the sideline. They work very hard as well. James Nelson, the quarterback. It's funny, he wears that long sock on his right leg, nothing on his left leg. So 1st and 10 for the Fishermen. From the wing tee, the wing is to the far side. The handoff going to the far side. They push forward Mark Smith.
Number 32, Mark Smith on the carry. Gain of 3 on the play. Will be 2nd and 7. Ball at the Gloucester 38.
I guess there was a 5-yard penalty against Gloucester. They moved the ball starting to the 35, so that's a 3-yard gain. Smith off the right side. Squeezes across the 40-yard line.
Once again, Mark Smith on the carry. Ball by number 44, Bobby Surprise. Number 24, Chauncey Williams. Gain of 3 on the play. It will be 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for the Fishermen. That's going to be against Gloucester. They little twitch in the line. Going to cost them 5. So now it's going to be 3rd and 9 as they'll put it back at the 36. Just a little flitch as they sent the man in motion. They were coming to the near side for the first time. The first 2 went to the far side. Looking to throw. In trouble, going to get sacked. Royce led the way. And Gloucester's going to have to kick it away. And Glasgow could get very good field position. Here's the replay. Give credit to Terrence McGaughey, too. They lost 11 on the play. So with a run back, Glasgow could get very good field position. The kick will be not quite the 20-yard line. A little hesitation there. And they're going to get Gloucester's going to get a huge break. Boy, looked like Glasgow was going to come out smelling like a rose with that one. They kicked it, they couldn't catch it. It took a huge Gloucester bounce to the Glasgow 18-yard line. They put it at the 19. So when it looked like Glasgow might be inside Gloucester territory, at least at midfield, they didn't field the punt. It bounced, and they got out of the way, and it took a bounce and a roll, and a huge break for Gloucester. Pins Glasgow back at the 19-yard line. Two wideouts to the far side, one to the near side. Bono in the backfield. And we got a whistle. Glasgow didn't have enough players on the field. Chauncey Williams comes out late. As a blocking back or a wing. Motion to the near side. That's actually a pass to Butler. That little flip. They get up near the 25. And that's a forward pass, not a rush. He picked up 6. 2nd and 4 for the Rams. Bono with the carry. We'll call it the 28 and give him 3. 3rd and just about a yard. They fake it over the middle, caught by Sequeira, out to midfield. They fake Bono, Sequeira cut across the middle, and they get to the Gloucester 49. 13 yards and a first down. So Glasgow moving the ball. They double the wideouts to either side. Ridley with the keep. Falls forward to about the 45. So give him 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Ramirez in the backfield now with Ridley. Gloucester takes the timeout. Gloucester got shocked on the first play when Chase Bono went 72 yards for the touchdown. Glasgow shut them down. So Royce and McGaughey combining on a big sack on the quarterback, Nelson. And now they get pinned at their 19, but they picked up a first down. On a nice pass to Sequeira over the middle. Now they pick up 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the Gloucester 45. Actually, they're here inside the 45. So it's a short 6, a long 5 for a first down. Glasgow likes to go quickly. They don't bother with huddles. They go right to the line of scrimmage. They stay with the 2 wideouts. Ramirez still in the backfield. Quick out to Butler, and all over Butler was Nicholas Philo. They lost a yard to the 46. So 3rd and 7 from the 46. Yeah, it was a mix-up there. Somebody jumped, somebody moved. Illegal procedure against Glasgow. Oh, look, the ball bouncing to the turf. That'll take it back to the Glasgow 49. Ramirez coming to the near side, gets inside the 45.
Ramirez around the right end.
They got to the 44 for 5 yards. They got the penalty back. They need a good 4. Ridley with plenty of time. Over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Sequeira. Once they have him covered.
Intended for Maurice area, incomplete, covered by Jalen Locke.
Gloucester with 4:36 left in his first period is going over 100 yards thanks to that big 72-yard run by Bono. Gloucester gets pretty good field position at their 44. Now we got a whistle. 30-second timeout called by Glasgow. And I think again, they only had 10 guys on the field. They sent a wide out to the far side and a wing to the far side. They run it straight up the middle. They fake Smith going right. They gave it to Argentino. So the Glasgow 46. And that's a first down. Their first down of the game. Long count by Gloucester. They run Smith off the right side, slips a couple of tackles, and gets inside the 45. They put it to 43, picked up 3. Second and 7. Couple of fakes. Third man through. That's Nelson Philo. Picked up 4. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 39. I would think 4 down territory here if they need it. They don't need it. They run it straight ahead. That's Argentino. And they get a big first down at the 21. 18 yards and a first down. So Gloucester with a drive. Started at their own 44. Second first down of the drive. Mixing up their 3 running backs. And now they got a 4th. Jan Pena Ortiz. Glasgow stiffens up on that right side. They give him a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
The 2 will be 2nd and 8. Ball just inside the Rams 20.
Wide out in the wing to the far side. Straight ahead. Not going far is Argentino. As I mentioned, obviously 4 down territory, but I'd like to get some yardage on this 3rd down. If they do have to go to 4th down. They gave him 2 to the 18. It'll be 3rd and 7. The wide out in the wing go to the far side. Again, long count. Second man through is Smith. Turns the corner. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And number 32.
They faked it up the middle. They got Klasko to bite a little bit. He got good blocking to the outside. Turned the corner and walked in. 18 yards. 56 yards in 6 plays.
Good stuff.
So Gloucester's come back 56 yards in 6 plays. They pick up their first 3 first downs. They missed the conversion. So Glasgow still holds on to that 2-point lead, and they'll get the football as we're winding down the first period. They'll kick off, and if they run the play, it'll probably be the last play of the first period. So Gloucester creeps back to 8-6. At the 15-yard line, Butler started up the middle, turns the corner. Nice return by Butler. Out to about the 36. And that's where they're going to put it, at the 36. "38 ticks" showing on the scoreboard clock. Glasgow huddles around their coach and comes right out to the line of scrimmage. Tight end to the far side. They run Bono. We're going to give him 5 to the 41. Second and 5. Ridley with the keep. I don't know if they gave him the 45. That's the end of the period. They gave him the 45. So when we start the second period, Glasgow will have it 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line, leading 8-6. Chance Bono went 72 yards on the first play of the game from scrimmage. Raymond Ramirez, the difference in the game, he ran the 2-point conversion in. Gloucester on their second possession went 56 yards in 6 plays. And it was Smith going to 18. So second in the yard from the 45 as we start the second period. Bono with the carry. They pick up a first down at the 48. Ramirez gets to midfield. He'll pick up 2. Second and 8 from midfield. Costco holding on to that 2-point lead. Bono runs straight ahead. Gets 4, maybe 5 if they give him the Gloucester 45. He picked up 4. Bono again. He's closing in on 100 yards. They pile him up. At the 40, they gave him 6 on a first down. Ridley looking to throw. Long and deep. Caught and then dropped. He had it, and when he fell in the end zone, it popped out of his hands. Sequeira almost made a great play. He got behind the defense. Ridley put it right where he had to. Sequeira went up, had it. He was in the air when he came down. When he hit the turf, it popped out. Tough break for the Rams. Sequeira comes out. He got banged up a little bit on that play. Favoring that left side that went down hard in the end zone. They're doing this without Malcolm Best, but Chance is filling in very well. And that's Bono squeezing out a couple. Here's the replay of he had it, and as he rolled over, it popped loose. Tough break for the Rams. They fill the backfield now. Green goes in motion. Ridley looking to throw. Long and deep, and there was a little miscommunication there. That was Green cutting it to the middle. Ridley's pass went to the outside. And it'll bring up a 4th down. It looks like Klaus was going to kick it away. And nice job kicking the football. Out at the 3. Not too bad. So Gloucester pinned at their 3. They try to run it off their left side. Shot yard is there for Argentino. Gloucester would love to shut them down 3 and out here. They'd get very good field position if they have to kick from their end zone. Second and 8 from the 5. Misdirection with Smith. He gets to about the 10. Big play coming up for both teams here in the early going. They gave him 6 to the 11. So it's 3rd and 2. Very big play for both teams. We're going to whistle. 30-second timeout called by Gloucester. Gloucester got on the board first with a 72-yard run by Bono on the first play of the game. Ramirez with the 2-point conversion, which is the difference in the game right now with a lot of football left to play. Smith went 18 yards for the touchdown for Gloucester, but now Gloucester needs a big play right here. They run it for a first down. Argentino. So Coach Zerilli breathes a little sigh of relief. As they get out to the 20-yard line, they picked up 9. Pitch, the ball is dropped, and they're going to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. They were lucky to get the ball back. Pitch was a little bit behind Pena Ortiz. Fast-paced first half will be past the halfway mark of the second period when they snap the ball. Heck, we're at the halfway mark right now, and the clock is running. 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. Coming to the near side, and that's Ortiz with a nice run. Out to the 32, we picked up 12. So they pick up a first down. So they bail themselves out a little bit here, out to the 32-yard line, even if they do have to punt. And right now they don't have to. And pushing and shoving gets a couple of extra yards for Pena Ortiz. They give him 6 to the 38. Second and 4 from the 38. Gloucester eating up the second period. Misdirection with Smith. He's in trouble. He's going to get buried back at the 30-yard line. That's a huge loss. 8 yards. So now it's going to be 3rd and 12. So a big play coming up for Gloucester again. They were moving the ball well on the ground. Smith got stuck in the backfield with no place to go. All kinds of green shirts around him. Nelson rolling, looking long and deep, incomplete. Threw it a little shy, looking for Ortiz. The ball was short. He had the inside on the defender. So their first pass is incomplete. Gloucester will kick it away. So Gloucester's defense bent a little bit, but they didn't break. Low snap. No hesitation. I don't know if they thought that it almost looked like there must be a flag or stopping play, or because everybody just kind of stopped. Nobody went to get the punter. He looked like, how come nobody's coming to get me? And then bang, he kicked it away, and the ball will be at the 26-yard line. So again, a nice punt by Dalen Locke. "44 yards, but no return." So Gloucester will have it 1st and 10 at their 26. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the far side. Bono straight ahead. They pile him up as he gets across the 30-yard line. That puts him over 100 yards. Bono hit in the backfield and dropped. Lost a yard. They're going to wind it down to the 2-minute warning. So a very fast-paced first half. Gloucester keeping it on the ground through one pass and was incomplete. Gloucester threw it 6 times, completed 4. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. The ball at the 32-yard line of the Rams, leading it by a skinny 2 points. And Gloucester would like to hold them. Gloucester gets the ball to start the second half. Ridley lets it fly. It's caught by Butler. They knock him down, but he gets a first down. The ball at the 37. He picked up 5. So he put the clock back to 2. There must have been a timeout for Class. I thought that with the scoreboard, I thought they'd give it a 2-minute warning. Ridley. They're not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The little toss to Darrell Rucker. They lost 3 on the play. The ball's at the 34. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. 2nd and 14. They give it to Bono. He gets maybe to the 36. Picked up 2. Third and 11. Has under a minute. Ridley lets it fly long and deep. Butler's behind the defense. He makes the catch. He's going to go in for the touchdown. What a backbreaker. "64 yards. 74 yards in 6 plays. And the replay you see, Butler, outstanding receiver. He went over 1,000 yards last year. He's a good bet to do it this year as well. Ramirez, straight ahead, breaks a couple of tackles and goes in standing up. That's a big 2-point conversion. That makes it a 2-score game. Gloucester went over, again you see the replay, they went over 200 yards with that big play. So a big 72-yard run to start the game and a 64-yard pass play to just about end this first half. And Gloucester's got to be shaking their heads. They gave up the big play. With time winding down, Gloucester will kick it off. David Bernard will do the honors. Very good baseball player. And again, Glasgow running, not have enough players on the field. That's happened 2 or 3 times. And again, make you think about it. We're going to try an onside kick. And then they break off. Kick is away at the 22-yard line. Out to about the 38. So let's see what the Fishermen do down 2 scores. With time winding down.
Ball spotted at the Gloucester 38. This was new inside first and 10.
Whiteout comes to the near side. Little misdirection with Smith. Might have got a yard. Yeah, we got a timeout. Second and 9, but the running play here will probably be the last play. Very long count. And Gloucester moved. They waited too long. The wide receiver, Joseph Wilson, just put his 2 hands to his head saying, yes, I did. I flinched. We haven't had that many penalties in the first half. It's been very fast-paced. Gloucester's run a lot of plays. Classical has also. Coming to the near side, Pena runs into Bono, runs into Guerrero. They put it to 36 and give him 2. And I'm not sure why they would run another play, and they're not going to. It takes a timeout with 2 seconds left. I don't know why you would do that. I can understand if you're in classical territory looking for one more play, but here's the replay of the Bono touchdown. That's the first play of the game. There's Bono's hit right there. They need 12 for a first down. And here's the replay of the touchdown pass. Bono caught it down the middle, broke to the right corner, easily in. And I'm pretty sure this will be the last play. Across the 40 to the 41. They made 5, and they run the clock. They called a timeout to run that play. I'm not sure why. So Glasgow takes a 2-score lead into the locker room. 2 big plays, a 72-yard run, a 64-yard pass. It's Glasgow 16-6 over the Fishermen of Gloucester at halftime.
2018 LPS High School All-City Marching Band is made up from musicians from Lynn Classical High School, Lynn English High School, and Lynn Tech. The band director is Jeremy Witherell. The assistant director is Patricia Langenberg, and the percussion instructor is Melissa Munafo. Director of music for the Lynn Public Schools is Dr. Sabrina Quintana. The band performs at most home football games for the 3 schools, in addition to numerous performances at parades, city events, and band exhibitions around Eastern Massachusetts and New Hampshire. This band is led onto the field by drum majors Eric Whittier and Noemi Hernandez Cantor. The band's 2018 production is based on music from Tommy, the landmark 1969 album by the British rock band The Who. Musical arrangements are by Ralph Ford, and the visual design is by Jeremy Witherell. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the LPS High School All-City Marching Band. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 2018 Lynn Public School High School All-City Marching Band.
So we'll start the second half. Glasgow kind of shocked Gloucester with that touchdown with right around 40 seconds left in the half to grab a 2-score lead at 16-6. Glasgow at halftime looking for their third win, looking to knock Gloucester out of the undefeated ranks. Gloucester 3-0. But we got a lot of football left to play. Glasgow will kick it off. Gloucester will get the football. For Gloucester, Smith had 26 yards rushing. Jan Pena Ortiz had 26 yards rushing. The leading rusher was Argentino with 41. On the other side, Chance Bono, filling in for Malcolm Best, who not playing tonight, had 103 yards. Glasgow had 113 rushing, 89 passing, going over 200 yards, 6 first downs. Gloucester had 86 yards of offense, all on the ground. They only threw the ball once incomplete. They had 4 first downs. And they'll get the ball to start the second half. So with Gloucester keeping the ball on the ground, it was a very quick 22 minutes in the first half. Glasgow will kick it off. At the 24-yard line. Just across the 30-yard line is Nicholas Philo. Or Philo.
Taking up to the 31, we were stopped by number 24, Chauncey Williams.
Those stats are just slightly off. I don't know whose stats they're using for that. I didn't do that. The pitch to Pena Ortiz. It's about to the 35.
John Pena Ortiz on the carry. Gain of 4, it will be 2nd and 6, ball at the Gloucester 35.
At the 35, it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Fishermen. Glasgow thought somebody moved. A little delay to Smith, turns the corner and gets hit hard by Chance Bono. And he's down. He's getting up, thank God. He's going to go to the sideline. They want to make sure he's okay. They give him 4 to the 39. So it'll be 3rd and 2 as they go and help Smith off. Let's hope he's going to be all right. He's a very good player. Third and a couple. Opening drive of the second half. They run it straight ahead. And it's Argentino. He'll pick up the first down.
Number 8, Ryan Argentino up the middle for the Fishermen.
Picked up 5. First down of the second half goes to the Gloucester Fishermen at the Glasgow 44. That should have been a penalty against Gloucester. You can almost see the lineman move, and it the late flag. It's going to cost them 5. That's going to make it 1st and 15. Little delay. Pena Ortiz
on the carry.
gets to the 40 for a yard. It'll be 2nd and 14. And you get a good look at the stands. Pretty good crowd here for this one. Nice to see. Looking to throw. Nelson dumps it off, and he couldn't hold on. They had Argentino out in the flat. They had what they wanted. He was open, and he couldn't hold on. Pass is a little bit late and behind him, and he was going upfield. He had to reach back. And we're going to get a penalty against Glasgow for roughing the passer. So that's going to give Gloucester a 1st down. Somebody hit Nelson late.
After the penalty assessed, it will be 1st and 10. Gloucester ball at the Lynn Glasgow 44.
To the Glasgow 44. And they gave him a 16-yard penalty. The line of scrimmage was the 40-yard line. And we're going to timeout called by Glasgow. A little over 3 minutes used up by Gloucester on this opening drive. Glasgow leading it by 2 scores, 16-6. And they shocked Gloucester twice. The first play of the game, Chase Bono went 72 yards for the score. And then with just over 40 seconds left in the half, Ridley hit Nashawn Butler for 64 yards. Both conversions run in by Raymond Ramirez. In between, Gloucester got an 18-yard run by Smith. The conversion was no good. And that makes it a 2-score game, 16-6. With Gloucester on the move, they have it at the Glasgow 44-yard line. Wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. They run it straight ahead with Argentino. And he gets short yardage.
Ryan Argentino up the middle. Gain of 2. Will be 2nd and 8 ball at the Rams 42.
They gave him 2. Man, they don't get anything on that play. Dennis Pierce wiping that one out.
Once again, it's Argentino up the middle. He was brought down by number 54, Dennis Pierce. It will be 3rd and 8 from the Rams
No gain on the play. So a big third down play for Gloucester. Not going to go anywhere. They get piled up. Sequeira and Bono. Pena Ortiz with the carry. And the ball's still at the 42. So 4th and 8 at the 42. And Gloucester's going to go. Nelson rolling, looking, lets it fly deep downfield, making the diving catch, falling to the turf. That's Nicholas Fillo. The all-out dive and caught it as he hit the turf. And Gloucester's knocking on the door. They convert on 4th down. $27 yards in the first down. Straight ahead. And going in, Argentino. He carried a couple people with him. So 2 big plays, the 27-yard pass play. Here's the replay of the touchdown. And he carries people with him into the end zone. And they'll go for 2. Not going to get in. They try to run it straight ahead. So, but Gloucester closes within 16 to 12. 69 yards in 10 plays, helped out by a big 15-yard penalty against Glasgow. Had big play. Nelson completes his first pass. It's a diving catch, falling to the turf by Fillo. Gives him the first down. On the next play, Argentino goes 15 yards. So they use up just about half the period, but they get on the board and get back in the game. They go over 100 yards rushing. They had 4 first downs in the first half. They got 4 on that drive. At the 14-yard line. Straight ahead. Butler gets buried by white shirts. So old Mr. Momentum has changed sides a little bit. As usual, Gloucester comes right up to the line of scrimmage, which is the 31-yard line. Ridley looking to throw, lets it go long and deep. Butler makes the catch. He's in again for a touchdown. Another long-range delivery. 69 yards, but I think it's coming back. Butler got behind the defense. Ridley put it right on the money. Glasgow got that touchdown right back, took the momentum away, and now they're going to lose it because it's coming back. Perfect throw, perfect catch. They had an illegal receiver downfield. I'm not sure where the linemen are going on that play if it's a pass play. They should be just at the line blocking. So they put it back to the 26. Boy, nothing makes coaches feel worse than that. You're excited, you're celebrating, you're pumping, your kids are excited, and you look up back and there's one of those yellow handkerchiefs on the ground. And there's virtually no reason for it, because if we know it's a passing play, the linemen don't have to go anywhere. They're blocking. They're not going downfield. But somebody went downfield. And it cost Glasgow 6 points. So it's going to be 1st and 15. Ten plays for Gloucester, along with the 15-yard penalty. The two biggest plays at the end, the 27-yard pass and the 15-yard run. They were dinking and dunking up until that point, but the 15-yard penalty certainly put them in good position, and then they converted on 4th and 8. Ridley with the keep, with a head of steam up, gets to the 36, picks up 10. So we got the penalty plus 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And I don't know if Bowling will get back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, a big 3rd down coming up. Gloucester's got a little momentum with that touchdown. Glasgow doesn't want to give it right back. No gain on the play. So a big 3rd down. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ridley, the quick out, caught by Butler. And let's see where they put it. They're not giving him any forward progress at all. He was across the 40-yard line. They're only they put it across the 40. He's going to be about half the football shy. They need the 41. So we have to call it the 40 because he didn't get to the 41. Give him 4 yards. And we're going to get a timeout. Glasgow needs maybe a football, a half a football for a 1st down. This is a very big play in the game. You get it? You could probably come close to running out the 3rd period with a lead. You miss it, you're going to give Gloucester outstanding field positions, as we see the very nice crowd here on the home side. Gloucester has bought some as well. (16-12). Glasgow led 16-6. Gloucester came out and scored on their first possession. Now, still early in the game, but a very big play coming up. He just had one big play. Gloucester converted on 4th and 8. And they were at the Glasgow 42. They would have given Glasgow great field position. Here's the cheerleaders. Everybody on the Glasgow side, a little white knuckle time here. They need half a yard. They keep everybody in tight. They got a lineman in the backfield. That's Pierce, I think. They get hit in the backfield and dropped. There was a flag on the play. They never made it to the line of scrimmage. Ramirez got buried in the backfield. They filled the backfield with Ridley. He handed it off. And Ramirez took a solid shot, and he's down. They're already missing Malcolm Best. Let's hope it's just a cramp. But Gloucester comes up big. They stuffed the side that they put the big tackle on, Dennis Pierce. He was in the backfield looking to block. And Gloucester has got very good field position. It's nice to see him getting up and walk under his own steam. The ball's at the 38-yard line. So a big break for the Fishermen. They trailed by 4, and they have it at the classical 38-yard line. They sent a wide out and a wing to the near side. They try to go straight ahead, not going anywhere. It's Argentino. Back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. So a big set of downs for the classical defense. They don't want to give Gloucester any momentum. Second and 10 from the 38. Everybody in tight. The wing to the near side. Wing goes in motion. That's Smith. He's back in the game. They pitch it to Ortiz. He gets around the corner. Smith out in front blocking. They get it to the 32. He picked up 6. Obviously 4 down territory here. After they went for it on 4th and 8 from the 42. And we're getting another very big play 4th down. As they get to the 31 for a pickup of 1. Fourth and 3. Another big play for Gloucester. They're at the 31. They need the 28. Big play for the classical defense. They bang it off the left side. Dalen Locke, the kicker, his first carry. They've used a lot of running backs. They pick up again on 4th down. That's their second 4th down conversion. They picked up 6 and a first down. Somebody lost their helmet in the middle of all that. They see a flag coming in at the end. They got a yard to the 24. Around the left side, Smith. Gloucester says touchdown. Now the official says touchdown. He went in from the 24.
The 32 Mark Smith around the left end.
Right at the cone he went in.
24-yard touchdown carry for Mark Smith.
24 yards, and all of a sudden, Gloucester has scored 12 unanswered points to take the lead. They only had to go 38 yards in 6 plays. They can't run it in.
Conversion is no good. The score at the end of the third quarter is Gloucester 18, Glasgow 16.
Smith is the second rusher for Gloucester, going over 50 yards. Argentino has 54. So Gloucester comes out and scores in their first 2 possessions. They convert 2 4th and longs. As you see Smith again just sneaking inside the cone. And that touchdown was the last play of the period. So Gloucester will kick it off. Now it's Glasgow's going to have to make a comeback. At the 13-yard line. Butler is going to get overrun as he gets to about the 20.
Was fielded by Deshaun Butler at his 12-yard line, taking it to the 21 where the Rams will start first and 10.
They give him the 21. The Rams come right out to the line of scrimmage as usual. Bono in the backfield with Ridley. Wideouts doubled up on either side. Green goes in motion. Ridley with the keep. Steps up, slips a tackle, stays on his feet. Still on his feet, driven out of bounds outside the 40-yard line. Nice fake, nice run, picks up a first down. Picked up 22. He had 18 yards rushing before that carry. He picked up 22 there. Bono off the right side goes airborne. He hurdles the tackler. He went about 4 feet in the air. That's a highlight reel. Right there, look at that. Here I am, try and tackle me. They put it, we'll call it the 48 and give them 9. Ridley bangs forward.
Keith Ridley on the carry. Stopped by number 22, Galen Block. Play good for Rams.
First down for the Rams. There's that highlight reel again. Ridley picks up 8. And there's Ramirez. He picks up 4 to the 36. Bono, big hole straight ahead. Boy, that line opened up a gap. He picked up 10 and a first down. Over 120 yards rushing for Chase Bono. David Bernard, the tight end, is to the far side. 3 wideouts. Looked like Ridley might have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. Another big hole opened up by that line. Bono battling for extra yards, gets pushed ahead for a few more.
Once again, Chase Bono up the middle for the Rams. Stopped by number 54, Jeffrey Latanzi. Number 87, Benjamin Morales.
Ridley's going to get stood up and knocked down. Back at the 22. So they lose 4. Third and 6 at the 22. Ridley dropping back, looking, lets it fly, going for the corner of the end zone. Darrell Rucker, very good basketball player. Ridley put it right in his lap, and Classical's back on top. Perfect pass right on the numbers. Rucker makes the catch. 22 yards. $79 yards in 8 plays. The 2-point conversion, Ridley's not going to get there. They can win away from Ramirez. Ridley went over 100 yards passing on that play. Glasgow almost 300 yards, 7 yards shy of 300 yards of offense. But they're holding on to a skinny 4-point lead with just over 7 minutes left. Gloucester's 2 for 2 in this second half. Now it's up to the Glasgow defense. If Glasgow wants to go to 3-1 and knock Gloucester out of the undefeated ranks. Ridley's passed for 115. Bono has rushed for 130. Ridley's run for 44. Butler has caught passes for 83. It skips past all the way down to the 15-yard line. Giving ground, he's going to get buried shy of the 20-yard line. Good coverage by Glasgow. They went to pick it up. It took one of those fortuitous bounces for Glasgow, skipped by the receiver. Alberto Guerrero was one of the guys that was downfield. And they pinned Gloucester at their 18-yard line. Just over 7 minutes left in this one. Gloucester goes double wing. And now we're going to get a Gloucester timeout. There was confusion in the backfield, people moving around. Tony Zerilli said, let's talk about it. We don't want a 5-yard penalty. So they call a 30-second timeout. So back and forth. Glasgow at 8-0. Gloucester made it 8-6. Glasgow with 40 seconds left in the half scored to make it 16-6. Gloucester came out, scored on both their possessions in the third period. Glasgow came back and on their possession in the fourth period gets the lead back. Skinny as it is at 22-18. Second man, Smith slips a tackle and gets hit. Guerrero wrapped him up, got some help from his friends. Back at the 18, no gain. And the most important product, the clock is running. Gloucester has it 2nd and 10 from their own 18-yard line. The pitch, they're going to lose yardage. He might have got back to the line of scrimmage. That's good second effort by Ortiz, but Glasgow all over him. Chauncey Williams was one of the guys. They put it back at the 18-yard line. So another big third down play. This one at their own 18-yard line. They need 10. And will be just about at the halfway mark of this fourth and final period when they snap the ball. Now we're going to get a timeout called by Glasgow. A full timeout. So it was a very big play for Gloucester. Just about half the period is gone. Worst case scenario, if they have to punt the ball, Glasgow can shorten the game up with a couple of first downs. They can make it very difficult for Gloucester. So it was a big play Gloucester would like to convert here. They haven't done well throwing the ball. They've only thrown it twice. They did make one big play, 27 yards to Nicholas Philo, that set up the first touchdown in the third period. And then Classical went for it on fourth down from their 38, didn't get it. Actually lost 2 yards back to their 38. Gloucester only had to go 38 yards in the last 24 by Smith as he came back in the game after going out gingerly with that shook up hit he took. So now a big play for both sides, defensively for Classical, but more importantly offensively for Gloucester. The wide out comes to the near side, the wing to the far side. Motion coming to the near side. Looking to throw. They let it fly. Threw it incomplete. Threw it over one in front of another. They had two guys breaking down the near side. Didn't find either one of them. And Gloucester's going to have to kick it away. So nothing on 3 plays. That stopped the clock. Dalen Locke will kick it away. And Classical could get very good field position here. I said that before, and the ball bounced and went inside their 20. Now we got a flag on the play. And it's going to be against Classical. You don't want to do that. That gives them 5 more yards to work with. So now it's 4th and 5. They're still going to kick it away. No chance they're going to go for it on 4th down again. They converted on both drives for touchdowns. They converted on 4th and long. One was 4th and 8. Snap is high. Again, nobody going after the ball. He kicks a line drive. And they let it go. And again, it takes a Gloucester bounce. Nobody, again, the kicker looking, saying, somebody's got to be coming after me. And he waited and waited. Nobody came for the ball. And he kicked a line drive that almost got blocked. And he gets it down to the Classical 39-yard line. A 38-yard kick, but no return. So for all intents and purposes, Gloucester came out pretty well. Classical will have it at their 39-yard line. Just past the halfway mark of this 4th period. Flag on the play. Bono picked about 5, but let's see what the flag is about. It's going to be against Classical. So instead of picking up 5, they're going to lose 5. So it's going to be 1st and 15 instead of 2nd and 5. That's a huge difference. Bono in the backfield. Classical moved again. I don't believe it. Back-to-back 5-yard penalties, and all of a sudden it's 1st and 20 from the 29. And all of this is certainly helping Gloucester. If nothing else, they could get good field position if Glasgow has to punt. Clock is running. We're under 5 minutes. Glasgow holding on to a 4-point lead. They run it straight ahead with Ramirez.
Number 8, Ramirez up the middle for the Rams.
Give him 4. Out to the 33. The tight end, David Bernard, goes to the far side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Now the tight end's going to go to the near side. Glasgow moving all over the place, in all kinds of trouble. They give it to Ramirez. He gets ahead of steam up, gets most of the penalty yardage back.
Once again, Ramirez on the carry.
Out to the 43, picked up 10.
It will be 3rd and 6. Ball at the Ram 43.
Big 3rd down play coming up for the Rams. As we close in on 3 minutes left, they'd love to pick up a 1st down and run some more time. And Glasgow's going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. This has been a horror show, this drive for Glasgow. They get out there, they're all set, and they take a long time to snap the ball. And that's a lot to ask of those linemen to stay stationary for all that time. The ball back at the 38. 3rd and long. Ridley looking to throw. Over the middle. Overthrown and picked off. They were looking for Cameron Green.
Ridley's pass intended for Cameron Green was intercepted by number 22, Dylan Locke.
Way overthrown. And the kicker, Locke, picked it off. And Gloucester has decent field position. And they got just under 3 minutes to maybe go downfield and try to win this one. I'm kind of surprised Glasgow threw the football because I thought they'd run it, try to run some time and force Gloucester to use a timeout. .307 yards of offense for Glasgow. For the offense, and now the defense has to go to work and shut Gloucester down and get the ball back and try to win this one. They give it to Ortiz. He gets ahead of steam up. Out in front. They're going to knock him down from behind, and Gloucester is in great field position. They're knocking on the door. They're at the 27. 37 yards. They run it straight ahead. Argentino gripping that ball with two hands, making sure he holds on. He picked up 3. Pena had 37 yards rushing before that big rush. He got a big hole off the right side. They finally knocked him down. He doubled his fun. He had 37 yards before that carry. He got 37 yards on that carry. And the Gloucester defense has their backs to the wall. Gloucester trailing by 4. We get the 2-minute warning. Gloucester at the 24-yard line of Glasgow, trailing by 4. And now we're going to get a penalty against Gloucester. So the nerve gene kicking in on both sides. They move it back to the 29. So 2nd and 12. Coming to the near side, getting hit from behind. Gloucester got away with that little bang at the end of the play. They got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd and 12.
It will be 3rd and 12, ball at the 29.
Wide out to the far side, wing to the near side. Faking, looking. They let it fly. It's caught. Only their 2nd completion. Smith with the catch. They put the ball at the 5. 24 yards and a first down. And the clock is running. There'll be under a minute left when they snap the ball. They try to go straight ahead. A big pileup with the clock still running. They get a yard to the 4.
No gain on the play. It will be 2nd and goal.
Second and goal from the 4. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Big play by Dennis Pierce.
Fumble recovered by Gloucester. It will be 3rd and goal. Loss of about 2 on the play.
30 seconds and counting at the 7-yard line. Pena stood up again. And here we go again, 4th down. They lost another yard. 17 seconds showing on the clock, and here's your ball game right here. The wheels turning on both sides. Glasgow has come up big on 3 downs. They have the ball at the 5. They push him back to the 8 in 3 plays. So a big 4th down. Gloucester trying to make it 3 times, converting on 4th down. Hopefully getting their 3rd touchdown. Glasgow looking to shut them down and get a big win. So we played all this time for this play. Who do you tackle if you're Glasgow? They've got 3 running backs that they've used. Smith has been their primary. Pena Ortiz, their leading rusher. Will they throw it? They give it to Smith on the reverse. He's in for the touchdown. He cut it up. He was going to go around the corner. He cut it up inside. And with 8 seconds left, he goes in the end zone. "64 yards in 8 plays. They make it 3 out of 4 possessions and touchdowns in the second half. Smith has run for 58. Arrington has run for 54. Pena has run for 74. And this is going to be another heartbreaking loss for Glasgow. 42 seconds left. Last week, a field goal ties it. They lose in overtime. Now 8 seconds left. The big 24-yard pass play from Nelson to Smith got them down to the 5. Glasgow held them on 3 downs. Gloucester, 3 touchdowns in the second half. All 3 touchdowns they converted on 4th and long. 4th and 8, the first one. 4th and 3, the second one. And now 4th and 8, they go in for the touchdown on this one. And it's going to be a happy bus ride back to Gloucester. And it's going to be a very bitter defeat for the Glasgow Rams. The only shot they have is to run the kickoff back for a touchdown. Ortiz off the right side, walks in. Icing on the cake. Gloucester rushes for exactly 200 yards. They pass for 51 with 11 first downs. Glasgow's got 192 yards rushing, 115 passing. Bono with 130 yards rushing. Ridley has rushed for 44, passed for 115. Bono has caught passes